ऋणाविहता निशाचरचमो रामाय तस्मै नमः रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहम् रामे चित्तलयस्तदा भूत मे भो राम मामुद्धर राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने श्रीराम नाम वरानन ओं नम इति अथ श्री माहेश्वर सूत्राणि अ इयुण् रुल् ए ओंग ऐ औच हय वरट् लण् ञ म ङ न नम ज भै घडदश जब गडदश ख फ छ छ थ च ट तव क पै श श सर हल ति माहेश्वर सूत्राणि. So, okay, Hema, go ahead. What actually, when I want to give you two squiddy sutras now, when because you studied this in the, by the everybody in the class, When is taking two sutras every class. So in another couple of years, it's going to be Nishnataha Vyakarana Shastra.
Oh my God.
You also can all enjoy these two sutras which I give every time. Okay, so when you know what I'm going to give you today, I was thinking about that, is take these two. This is again Adhikara Sutram called Ardha Dhatuke. Ardha Dhatuke from 6446 starts out because Sutram which you have Ato Lopa which is already in your portfolio. Bhavataha Sangrahe Vartate Eva Ato Lopa you got, and you also have the Sutram which is the Ato Lopa Iticha, which is 64. Both of them are in this Adhikaraha, which is Ardha Dhatuke. Ardha Dhatuke comes from 6-4. Always good, important to get the Adhikara Sutrani, Tesham Jnanam Atyavashakyam is very, very important. Then you get the, what is the topic at hand we have, The moment you hear a number in that area, it's like driving around in some place, The moment you're in that area, this must be, of that kind of sutra. So, and these are quite straightforward. I mean, nothing really difficult. Ardha Dhatuke, first of all, Ardha Dhatuke is a subset of another Adhikara. If we can take these three today, 2, 3, because they are really simple. One is the Sutram Angasya Adhikara. Angasya Adhikara starts from 641. Angasya. Everything which is talked about from 641 to end of 7.4 refers to Angasya. Angasya. Angasya Karyam iti Jnatavyam. So, Shashtasya Chaturthe Pade and Saptame Adhyaye Yaduktam Tad Angasya iti Adhikritya Uktam iti Jnatavyam. So, Angasya Adhikara. It's all an Angam inside. Okay, let me give you one more sutram quickly. I guess we kind of branch off to one more, which is what defines an Angam. Do you know what defines an Angam? But Hema might know. Hema, what defines an Angam, Hema? What defines
Yasmat Pratya Vidhi Tadadi
Pratyaye Angam. So we'll give you that one today. Okay? Because unless you don't know what is Angam, how can you appreciate the Angaschadikara, right? You cannot appreciate the Angaschadikara unless you know.
I always think anything to the left of any pratyaya is Anga.
No, that's not. No, we'll go through in 1 second, okay? So take 1413 for you, Van, which is Yasmat Pratyaya Vidhi Tadadi Pratyaya Angam. Tadadi Pratyaya Angam. Very simple sutra. Yasmat Pratyaya. This is Sanya Sutram. We're in chapter 1 now. So that to which a pratyaya is prescribed, Yasmat Pratyaya Vidhi. Starting from there, Tadadi, up to the pratyaya is the Angam for that pratyaya. So Yasmat Pratyaya Vidhi, Tadadi Pratyaya Angam. Yasmat Pratyaya Vidhi, Tadadi Pratyaya Angam. Now let me give you a quick example here, Again, we are kind of, this is Vane's class, 15 minutes Vane's class. Okay?
Sorry.
Okay, so it's good. Everybody can follow because these are simple things, I mean, I think Raja is doing a great job also of, going through the, Prarambhika Shiksha, which is very nice, which is what most people need anyway. So, okay, so let's take a quick example, okay? Let's take the Dhatu Bhu plus Lat. Let's take Bhu plus Lat, simple example when you do the, Vartaman, Lat, like Bhavati form. We start with Bhu plus Lat when we start. What happens is that now, what is the Angam for the Lat when?
Bhu.
What was Lat prescribed to? Lat was prescribed to Dhatu Bhu because Dhatu Adhikara. I'm using Vartamane Lat 32123. So that is prescribed to what is the question to ask. Yasmat Pratyaya Vidhi. Kasmat Pratyaya Vidhiyate iti prashtavyam. So nishchayena jnatavyam. We have to know for sure the pratyaya is being prescribed to what? Prescribed to dhatu bhu in this case. So sangam is bhu. Okay, straightforward.
Right.
Now
Right.
when you go to some substitute, we skip some steps here. It becomes bhu plus tip. It becomes okay tip. Now what's the angam for the tip? Now tip is an adesha. The adesha has sthanivad bhava. So it will have the same angam as was the angam for the lat. So the same angam bhu happens now. Okay. So far it's easy. Now let's take the next step, which will become a little bit complicated now, which is why I brought this example to you, is bhu plus tip. Now what happens? Kartari shap comes in here.
Shap comes in.
Kartari shap comes in here. So kartari shap sarvadhatuke. Sarvadhatuke. You could not use kartari shap until tip came in. The tip has a sanya sarvadhatukam by ting shit sarvadhatukam. So kartari shap sarvadhatuke. Very simple concept, but these are very important. How Panini defines these terms, how he uses them. So kartari shap sarvadhatuke. So now we got shap pratyaya here. Now what is the angam for the shap now? Remember, shap is also in the dhatu adhikara in 3168. So it is prescribed to the dhatu bhu. So you start from the dhatu bhu and go up to shap, which is just bhu in this case. So angam is bhu for shap. Now, what's the angam for the tip now?
I always thought shap is the angam for tip.
No,
I mean
no.
up to tip, up to shap.
Up to is correct, because the tip was prescribed to bhu. Okay, so this entire starting from bhu up to tip, this is the angam for tip. Bhu plus shap is the angam for tip. This entire thing, because tip was prescribed to, because remember, yasmat pratyaya vidhi. So pratyaya vidhi was done for the dhatu bhu, not to shap, because back here we already talked about that. So then starting from bhu up to the pratyaya is the angam for tip. So angam for tip is shap, bhu plus shap. Angam for shap, angam for shap is bhu. So angam is a relative term. It's a relative term. It's not an absolute term. And angam immediately implies there is a pratyaya. It has to. Because it says yasmat pratyaya vidhi. Unless it's a pratyaya vidhi, there is no angam. There is no angam. And angam is automatically created. When any pratyaya is prescribed, that creates an angam for that pratyaya. Creates an angam. And the angam starts from that to which the pratyaya was prescribed up to the pratyaya. So yasmat pratyaya vidhi. Tadadi. Tadadi means it is from the term to which the pratyaya was prescribed, starting from there, is the angam for that pratyaya, pratyaya angam. So means in the context of that pratyaya, that is the angam. So this is angam. So this is, take it for today. When this is for today.
So how is it different from saying for any pratyaya, anything to the left of it becomes its angam? Now,
if you take an upasarga here, like anubhuyate, if I put anu, will that be part of the angam to you then? Let me make it more complicated. Make it anubhuyate. Okay. Now, what do you mean? Take the whole book to the left of it. Up to where do you go? So now anu is not part of the angam for tip. It is not, because tip was not prescribed to anu. Tip was prescribed only to bhu. Anything to the left is dangerous to say. You don't know up to where to go. So you have to go only up to that term which the practice prescribed. So
okay, I see the distinction. Okay.
So only this is angam for tip, not anu. Okay. So that is one. So take that one. So that is.
Okay.
What number was that? Chapter 1. Again, chapter 1.
1-4-13.
This is going to be more like a sanya sutram. Chapter 1. As you get more and more feel for that. So yasma pratyaya with this. Tadadi pratyayangam. Then we also, I guess we give you more than 2 for today, but we gave you, the sutram which is angasya adhikara from 641 to end of 7.4. Within the angasya adhikara starts ardhadhatuke, which goes from 6.446. I think it goes for a little while. 6.4 is one of the most important, pada of the Ashtadhyaya in terms of angakara. It's a very long pada. It has some other speciality which we'll tell you next time, not today. But 6.446 goes up to 6.468. 6446 up to 6468 is Ardha Dhatuke. Ardha Dhatuke. Okay. Now I'll give you only a footnote, not to include a portfolio right now. This sutram Ardha Dhatuke comes in Ashtadhyaya in two places. So there is another adhikara called Ardha Dhatuke, which is not part of the Angasya Adhikara. That's 2435 Ardha Dhatuke. That 2435 are, in fact, we're going to see it today. We saw it last time. This 2435. When we saw this form Agat, we talked about it last time. We'll do it again. I think that was Hema's homework, I think. So it is 2435 Ardha Dhatuke goes up to 2457. So for the rest of your life, now you got these two. So 2435 to 2457 is Ardha Dhatuke. That is not part of the Angasya Adhikara. And the other one is the Ardha Dhatuke from 6446 to 6468. Okay, that's okay. For you. Let me turn it to him. Okay, Hema, go ahead. What was your homework?
You gave me Kirti.
Oh, Kirti, very good. Kirti. Okay.
So what is the Dhatu?
What is the Dhatu and what Sutram? Okay, let me give the class a small background. Okay, this is a feminine noun, Kirti. Now, forming nouns from verbal roots is covered by, in the Ashtadhyaya only in one pada. Ekasmin eva pade. Sutrani vidiyante. So, yena nama shabdaha sijjanti. So from a dhatu, we are going to get nama shabdaha. It is 3.3. So in 3.3 of Ashtadhyaya, this is the main section. I mean, for the most part, the rules for making nouns from verbs. Nouns, I think I've given this many times to you, but do it again. So from 3.3, which is the it starts approximately from 3.3.18ish starts, where Panini starts the masculine nouns first, and then he goes to the feminine nouns, and then he goes to neuter nouns. This time we're looking at the form Kirti. Kirti is clearly a feminine noun. Noun means what? It is not deriving its gender, number, case from something else. It has its own gender, number, case. Gender number, I should say. But it is not deriving from something else. It is not dependent on something else. That is what is called as a noun. It's an adjective. It is dependent on something else to get a gender number. So here comes with Bhave. Panini starts and he goes to Pratyaya Ghai, which is very much Krothaha, Kopaha, all these Bhavaha, all these words of masculine words from the Pratyaya Ghai. And then what happens is that, so there, of course, he doesn't say in the masculine, but that is called Linganushasana, so these are used in the masculine for the most part. But then down below, between 3.394 to, he starts the Striyamtin. Now, if you think about it, there are only about from 94 to 112, so only 19 rules in the Ashtadhyaya. Only 19 rules. How to form a feminine noun from a verbal root. One more time. How to form a feminine noun from a verbal root in the Ashtadhyaya. There are only 19 rules. They go from 3.394 to 3.3.1112. So 3.394, 3.3.1112. Now, let me remind you one thing though. For feminine nouns are covered from how to form feminine nouns. It's the topic from Striyam Tin Adhikara. Striyam. See how the Adhikara is so useful when it's 3.394 to 3.3. If you know that, when Hema had the homework, it's very easy. Very easy. You have to come here and find a sutram which will give you that. 19, and then beyond that, of course, Panini goes and talks about neuter nouns. Napupsake bhave kaha. So he goes from there. Okay. Now the pratyaya. Which dhatu do we have? What's the dhatu here, Hema? In the word kirti, what's the dhatu?
Kruta,
dhatu is krut, right?
Yeah, the original form, and I think akara is its letter. So krut,
okay.
Krut.
Okay, so let's look at after.
10th gana.
Okay, good. So let's look at Yeah, 10th Gana Dhatu. That's the important thing. So Dhatu is 10th Gana. Okay, so let's look at this Dhatu for a second. Let's see what the problem is over here. Problem is that if you look at the Dhatu Krut, which is correct, Dhatu is Krut, then, it's the 10th Gana Dhatu. 10th Gana means what, Hema? Immediately from...
Churadi Gana Nich, so
Nich
Ikara...
Nityam Nich,
yeah.
Swarthe Nich.
Causative, Hetu.
So, not causative. This is Swarthe. This is Swarthe. See, causative is 3126, Hetumati.
Correct.
3125 is Swarthe. Swarthe, without changing the meaning. Artha Parivartanam Vina, Swarthe. So, this, so it becomes Kirtayati Kirtita. So now Swarthe Nich. If you do that, what will happen is you'll get the word now. Okay, when you take Krut plus Nich, what will you get, Hema?
So
you can try. Again, don't worry. If it's wrong, don't worry. We'll correct it. This is because it comes in Gita. Let's inaugurate Gita for today. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Tantashudravataha Namaskyantashamam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upasate. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. So Kirtayanto Mam. So Tantashudravataha Namaskyantashamam Bhaktya Nitya Yukta Upasate. I think chapter 9 it is. It's chapter 9. So I think chapter 9. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. So what does that tell you? What form should you get him of? Kirtayantaha. So Kirtayat.
correct.
What would be when you add Krut plus Nich? What should be your answer?
So the
Gita
Nich.
quotation from.
Yeah, Nich after Anubandha Lopaha Ikara.
No, just tell me what answer. What answer you want to get?
Oh, Kirta, elongated Vriddhi.
No. I'm saying that in this Gita form you have Satatam.
Dirgha. I mean not Vriddhi, Dirgha.
What I'm asking you is that when I say Krut plus Nich, what should be the answer? You can unwind this form Kirtayantaha, right? And you can.
So Yakara should be there. If
from
there
the
is
Aya, that Aya has come from the Nich taking Guna.
Correct.
And Shap, we talked about that. Echo Yavayavaha. Just like you say Chorayantaha. Like Chorayantaha. The Dhatu is Chori. Is Chur plus Nich gives Chori. Similar in Kirtayantaha, it will be Kirti. Kirti would be the Nich when you add the Kirti. Correct? Do you follow that? So the answer should be Kirti. The question is how to get from this, from our what we have now, which is Krut plus Nich to Kirti. Now that's the point. Because from the rules that we know so far, we cannot get there, can we? Or do you know the rule which takes us there? No. So, okay. All right. So we need something special there. So Krut plus Nich. So we need to somehow, of course, we're adding 3125. We need to get to the form Kirti. Now, the only rule that we know is Puganta Lagupatasya Cha. That only does 7386. That only does Guna when it is a Lagu Upadha. This is not, Dirgha will never be Lagu. This is Dirgha Swaraha. Dirgha Acha. Tasya Lagu Sanyana Sambhavati Eva. Not get Lagu Sanya. So that's the only rule that we know. We cannot do it. Okay. Do you know any other rule that we have studied where the Rukara takes the Ikara Deshaha? Anybody in the class? Where the Rukara of a Dhatu takes the Ikara Deshaha. Do we know any such rule? That is Ruta Idha. So this is Hema for today, okay? For you today, this is Sutram for today. Ruta Idha. Ruta Idha.
8278.
No, we're coming to that. Yes, that's coming. Good. We're coming to that. But before that, we need to make this Rukara into an Ikara. Ruta Idhato. If Dhatu ends in a Rukara, you remember when Angashadikara when Angashadikara. Ruta Idhato. So the ending Rukara of a Dhatu, that will take the Ikara Deshaha. Ruta Idhato. Like when you take, now the thing is, the question which I always ask is, again, not spending too much time on this one thing, is that if this Rukara, ending Rukara of a Dhatu is always going to take the Rasva Ikara Desha, then why have the Rukara in the first place? Let me repeat my question. Is that this Sutram, let's look at the Vritti of this Sutram, okay? Look at the vritti of 71100. Let's look at the sutram. 71100. The sutram says that if you have the ending rukara as a dhatu, you'll take the rasva ikara adesha. Very, very simple sutram, nothing complicated. Is that rukarantasya rudantasya dhatoho angasya. Remove when angasya dikaraha. Rudanta dhatoho angasya. If an angam is ending in the rukara of a dhatu, it syat, it adesha syat. Takes the ikara adesha. अत्र प्रश्नः सम्भवति यदि इद् आदेशः नित्य कार्यं तर्हि ऋकारस्य किं प्रयोजनं? Then what's the point of rukara in the first place? Why not make it in the dhatu pata itself? Okay, the answer to that is that this sutram is 71100. Okay, 100, which is Hema's homework for today. Add to Hema's list for that. Now the sutram which does guna adesha is, as you know, 7384 sarvadhataka ardhatuka yoho. When that is the parakaryam to this sutram, this is the parakaryam. The guna adesha paratvat pravartate, paratvat purvam pravartate. If a guna adesha is to be done, that is to be, let's take a dhatu thru. Thru will become tarati. When the shap comes over there, the guna adesha becomes tarati. So the ruta dhatoho will not have a chance when you want to do any guna adesha, maybe on vriddhi adesha like tarayati. When you want to make tarayati also, the vriddhi adesha, those are also coming in 7.2, the acho niti. So those only when the dhatu survives, when the angam survives those, guna vriddhi adesha, tarhi eva ikara adesha bhavati. So one more time. The ruta dhatoho simply says that if a dhatu, if the angam, I should say, like when knows now, if the angam ends in the rukara of the dirgha rukarantam angam, dhatoho dirgha rukarantam angam asti chet, tasya sthane id adesha bhavati, rasva ikara adesha bhavati. It doesn't say anything else, no other condition. It doesn't say anything else. It's always a nitya karyam. But this will only get a chance to apply if the guna adesha by 7384 or vriddhi adesha maybe by 72115, they don't apply, then only this will apply. This will apply. Now, we don't have this right now. We have the dhatu krut. The angam for the nichu is krut. It is not a rukarantam angam. But we are getting close. This is also a trick in the Ashtadhyaya I told you. The trick in the Ashtadhyaya is if you know sutram, which will give the, ishtam rupam. The kinchit parivartanam apekshate. It is there's some slight tweaking. Go to that sutram. And around that you may probably find the answer for this also you'll find. Now we're getting close now. Because we want to get the form kirti. If you can get a I adesha, make it uran raparaha, make it kir. Now we're getting there, slowly we're getting there. Right below, next sutram below that is upadhayascha. Upadhayascha. So even if there is a upadha of an angam, which is a dirgha rukara of a dhatu, then also we'll take the ikara adesha. So that's what's happening. Is upadhayascha will apply over here, and then will become iris. So that's the sutram upadhayascha. So you can take these two for it today, Hema. Now the upadhayascha only applies to the best of my knowledge, is only one single dhatu in this language, which has the upadha as a dirgha rukaraha. Ekam eva, eko eva dhatu vartate. Yes, here. Upadha, dirgha rukaraha vartate. Only one single dhatu. So Panini has sitram for one single dhatu, which is this dhatu krut, which is why I gave this homework to him. I said, upadhayascha. Okay, it's not in Lagu. Okay, these files are quite new, by the way. Ravi has done a great job of putting these files together. But I think the sutram must be in Lagu, but it's not here. Anyway, upadhayascha rukarasya ikaradesha bhavati. See, only one example. Kirtayati, kirtayataha. This is the Gita example. And Gita dhatu krut, kirtayanti. Okay, so now we can do that. Of course, this being an upadha, we only know puganta lagu upatasya cha, requires a lagu upadha. So that cannot apply. So now we apply this and do it uran raparaha, and then we'll get the form. What will we get here? We'll get the form kir. Oh, very good. Kir ta plus the Anubandha Lope Ikaraha Chutu Halantyam. So we use 71101. Okay. Now comes what Hema was saying, which was Sutram. Again, you look at, this is also another lesson in the same manner. Is we know Sutram, which we have also covered in Saturday class very recently, Rhorupadhaya Dirghaikaha. Rhorupadhaya Dirghaikaha, which we just covered in the Saturday class just I think last week or a couple of weeks ago, which is 8276. And the example in Gita for that is Nirashi Yata Chittatma. Nirashi, Nirashi, Nirashis Pratipadikam. And you get the Sakara at the end. Again, I hope all of you are following the examples. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So this example of Nirashis, which we had in the Saturday class, if you look at that, let's see, no, okay. Yeah, look at Nirashis. There we have used this Sutram, which is the Rhorupadhadi Khaha. Here Ashir, we just posted yesterday, I think. We just posted yesterday, Ashir. So here we have used the Sutram, Rhorupadhadi Khaha. Right one. So this is going to go do a Dirgha of the Ik for us. But this requires a condition that the Repar Vaka should be Padantasya. So it should be Padanta Repar Vakaraha. We don't have that right now. Right now what we have is we have the Kir, Ta, I. So this is the Dhatu, Kir from Dhatu part. So this one is the Dhatu. Doesn't have, this is not a Padanta Repha. It's not a Padanta Repha at all. So let's look at the next sutram after that, which is again the same thing I was telling you. Look at the next sutram. Let's go to Ashtadhyaya for a second, which we are looking at 8277 is Halicha and Upadhayancha. Let's look at these two now. 8277, 8288, and I think 8288 will fit our bill right now. 8288, 8277. So Halicha Padataha Refa Vakarantasya Dhatoho requires a Dhatu ending in Refa or Vakara. So we don't have that. We have Kirt as a Dhatu. This is the entire thing is a Dhatu. Kirt is a Dhatu. That's what we have. So we don't have a Dhatu ending in the Refa or Vakara. Always check the vritti of each sutram very carefully before class. Very good habit. As I told you, when the teachers, when the professionals, when they teach, they know the vrittis by heart, So they very quickly spell out the vritti. And like my teacher knew the vrittis of almost every sutram he knew. So he should just spit out immediately. So Halicha Parataha, Refa Vakarantasya Dhatoho, Vakarantasya Dhatoho. Atra Dhatu Kirit iti vartate, Nasti Refa Refanta Dhatoho. Parantu Anantaram Sutram Pavartate, Anantaram Sutram, which is next sutram will come into play. This is what Hema was talking about. And he says, Dhatoho Upadha Bhuto. Upadha. So, and we have the Sutram alone Tyat Pura Upadha. So, which is the penultimate letter. Upadha Bhuto Yo Refa Vakaro, Halparao, Tayoho Upadhaya Ikudirga Bhavati. So that's what happens. So if you have a dhatu which has a upadha as a refa or a vakara, then prior to that you have an ik, and the refa or vakara is followed by a hal, that also becomes dirgha, becomes kirti. So now we apply 8278. So 8276 we have used in Saturday class. I keep saying Saturday class because we are doing that from the beginning, Vyakaranam. So I hope all of you are at least trying to follow the example, depending how much time you have. So I think anything that we have done there, we won't repeat in detail over here. So it becomes, that requires a dhatu ending in refa vakara. We don't have that. That also requires a padanta refa vakara. We don't have that. The next sutram says, if it's followed by a hal, it is okay. Which we do have, but that still requires a dhatu ending in refa vakara, 8277. No, 82, which also we cannot use because we have the dhatu ending in takara here. So the next sutram says even if it's the upadha of a dhatu, which is a repa or vakara, which is followed by a hal, preceded by an ik will take dirgha adesha, become kirti. So kirti now is a new dhatu. We use 8278. This is a dhatu sanya by 3132. 3132 sanadhyanta dhatavaha. Okay. Now the problem, Hema, that we're having here is that, coming back to the original question, is how to form the verb kirti. How to form the verb kirti. Now the problem that we are having is that, again, we are taking a long time in the class, but if you can grasp on these basic concepts, they're going to help in many places. This time is not lost. A lot of these basic ideas you have to use in many, many places, particularly Striyam Tin, which you're talking about right now, Striyam Tin. You have to know this adhikara Striyam Tin. And here, what happens, Hema, is that Striyam Tin is the Utsargaha. It's a default rule, Striyam Tin. But that has, below it has apavadas below. And one apavada that it has is this Nyasa Shranto Yuch. Ni Asa Shranto Yuchanto Yuch. Anything ending in ni, a dhatu ending, so when you have any causative, any churadigana or in dhatu, like a word like prarthana, archana, yachana, not yachana, sorry, that's a better example, no. Start again. Well, like archana, archayati becomes archana, prarthayati becomes prarthana, right? So vicharayati becomes vicharana, right? So these dhatus which are there, they become sadhayati becomes sadhana. So sadhana, archana, prarthana, vicharana, because the pratyaya yuch is to be used to make a feminine noun. Now we are stuck. So of course, you becomes ana, but you were an akal. Don't forget that. This is in Vains Adhikara. You were an akal. You will become ana. So that is the problem that we have now. That if there was no other special rule to help us out right now, we'll be stuck with this rule which says that Nyasa Shranto Yuch 33107. So this is the situation where now Hema is going to tell us there's going to be some special rule over here which is going to make the word kirti for us, make kirti for us. We have to find some, otherwise, we will not. Must be some special rule over here. Kirti. Which one is it? Here it is, I think.
3-1?
No, 3-3, here it is.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 3-3-97, yeah.
Same adhikar, 3-3-97.
Yeah. Uti, yuti, juti.
Uti, yuti, juti, sati, heti, kirtayascha. This is what's called nipatanam. Nipatanam means Panini gives a direct form already ready for you to use. Kirti is given as a ready-made form. So this should stick in your mind. Whenever Panini does a nipatanam, those forms should stick in your mind. For example, word like icha. Look at the sutram. 33101 icha. This single sutram called icha. Very, very straightforward sutram. All it says is that from the dhatu ish, you're going to get the form icha as a ready-made form without any analysis behind it, because Panini feels that the rules that he has to give to create this one form, which are not going to be used anywhere else likely, is not worth it. So we just give it's called nipatyate. Icha iti silinga nama shabdo nipatyate anyan sutrena. So this is also nipatanam, uti. I think it comes as Gananan Sva Ganapatikam Havamahe Kavim Kavi Namupamashavastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashanvanuti Vesidanasam Utibhi. Utibhi comes in that stand. Mantra you must have heard many times, Gananan Sva, right? Utibhi. Utibhi. Uti also comes here. So Kirti comes over here. So these are ready-made forms which are given in this Sutram 3397. Again, why was this required? Because if we had gone, we would have had the form Kirtana. We would have had the form Kirt, like Prarthana, about the form Kirtana would have been the other form, which is not the form in the language, 3397. So let's put this, so thank you, Hema, so this is well done. So this is, when we formed Kirti, got a Dhatu Sanya, and then, 3397, and we'll go to the Vritti in a second. So gives the ready-made form. That's why I gave the homework, because there's a lot of concepts involved over here. Gives the ready-made form of Kirti, ready-made form Kirti. And I told you how to find the answer quickly also, which is that, now, Hema, if we didn't know any of this, in which book can I find the answer in 1 minute?
Madhavya Dhatuvritti.
Very good. Madhavya Dhatuvritti. Another book?
Another book, maybe Brahma Datta Jignasu?
That'll take a long time, because tell me which book, this is another trick in this class, is which book can I find the answer quickly? I have only 1 minute.
Maybe Abhyankar again?
Where would you look in Abhyankar? You can't find this one, Bianca. Where will you
Yeah,
okay. Okay, this is also one thing for you. Always keep with you the Rupamala, Kudanta Rupamala.
Oh yeah, because it's 3-3 adhikara. Dhatu, yeah.
It takes every dhatu and every Kudanta Rupani Diyante, which with all explanation also given in there. Vivechanam Saha, Vivechanena Saha. So which we get so Vivechanam, which is you get the also explanation. So so that is what I'm saying. If you have of course, even to get to that Rupamala, you have to know the dhatu is krut. If you don't know that much, it will be difficult to look it up. Because if you don't know the dhatu is krut, then where do you look in the Rupamala? Someday we will have the thing online, then you can search for it. You can search for it. For one more place, can you tell me where can I get the dhatu? I want the answer in 2 minutes. You tell me one more place I can get the answer in 2 minutes. You were in the class. I have 2 minutes only. I want to do the homework in 2 minutes. I want to get the answer for the how to get the word. I don't even know what the dhatu is now. I'm going to make it even difficult.
So that is you can see in apte, right?
Yes, apte. Good. But in fact, very good. So anyway, I'm saying this Vivechanam is talking. Okay, now let's look at apte. That's very good. Let's look at apte. But apte, you may get lucky. He may give you, he may not. He probably will use dhatu here. Good. Kirti. So if you look at apte, good. So kirti. Then what does he give? Krut plus ktin. Oh. Krut plus ktin is okay, but you need a sutram 397. But on top of that, he has given this to us. Okay, you got the dhatu. It's good. You can look at apte and then go to Kudanta Rupamala to get the sutram for that. Because krut plus ktin will not get you this form. So you need to get that. So kirti.
Satish
now yes.
Yeah. In Madhaviya Dhatu Vritti, Kirtihi,
Yes.
Uti Uti, Ityadina Yuj Apavadaha Tin.
Right, very good. Yuj Apavadaha Tin, correct.
What does it mean?
Means that, as I told you, Vasu, is that we are just looking at the sutram which was giving the pratyaya yuch. Right?
Yeah.
So this yuch was prescribed. So what is being given in dhatu vritti is that yucho apavadaha, apavada for yuch. So this nyasa shanto yuch iti yuch prapyate. Yuch would have been the pratyaha. But tasya apavadaha tin. So this 3397 is giving us back this form kirti. As a ready-made form means that don't use yuch, go back to the tin.
Yeah.
Go back to pratyaya.
And then it says, then it says, Kala vastu yucham api chanti kirtana iti.
Okay,
What is
which page are you in?
700.
200. Okay. Let's look at that. So look at dhatu vritti. Okay. And let's see. Page 700 is it? 700?
Yeah.
Which on the top? Kirtiya. Okay. Uti yuti ityadina yuj apavadaha ktin. So kala pastu. Kala is some grammarians, Yucham api. Some grammarians also say they want the yuch also. See, it says that kirtana iti. So according to some people, you can also use the pratyaya yuch. So that is what happens. So yes, there is yuch also some people want, but mainly kirti is the form that can be used. Mainly is kirti. So what has happened here? Let's look at the 3397 and look at the vritti of 3397. Let's see what that gives us, and we can move on. So that was one homework for him. Let's look at 3397. So yes, you can do that. But what I was thinking about was the other place you can go in 1 minute is that the Kashika has a list of examples. This is the Udaharana Suchi of Kashika. If you know Kirti is a special form, it is formed in the Kashika somewhere, a special example, then we can also use that and get the form Kirti from there also in about 1 minute, because there quickly I can get a sutram for that, and then we can also get the form from there. So that's another place where I can look up quickly and get the form Kirti. Okay, let's look at this vritti and we'll go on over here. Let's see what is given here. It says that ete nipatyante. So these are ready-made forms. Ete nipatyante. Ready-made forms are given to you. Ete nipatyante. Okay, let's see what he gives for the Kirtayatehe kirtihi is all he says. So Kashika is not giving any more. Kirtayatehe kirtihi. So yuch would have come, yuch would have come, but then instead of that he's given that. So let me see. Okay. Nyasa shante iti yuchi prapte ktin nipatyate udattam cha. So that's what it's saying. So yuch would have applicable, but instead of ktin is being put back over here. They're giving a ready-made form called kirti. So rather than going through all these steps, he said basically don't do yuch, put the pratyaya ktin back over here and make it kirti. Okay. Now, what's the other homework for you, Hema? I think Hema is having internet problems, I think. Okay. Let's go to our shloka. Where we were. Where were we last time? Where were we last time in this? I think, did we finish this one? Did we finish the, I think we're number 74. Okay. Read one more time and when Hema comes back.
Hema did the English translation, yes.
Okay, correct. Okay. So, Vibhrato astram achale apya kunchitam dvau ripu mama matau samagasau dhenuvat saharanacha haiheyas tvancha kirtim apahartum udjataha. One more time. Vibhrato astram achale apya kunchitam dvau ripu mama matau samagasau dhenuvat saharanacha Haiheyas Tvancha kirtim apahartum udjataha. So kirtim apahartum udjataha. Padacheda will be vibhrataha astram achale api akunchitam dvau ripu mama matau samagasau dhenuvat haranat cha haiheyah tvam cha kirtim apahartum udjataha. Udjataha. So what is the verb in here? There is no verb in here, is it? There is no verb in here. Because, so then what you say? You can say dvau ripu vartete, supply them. When there is no verb, when you can take a verb from the prior verse maybe, or if you want to supply something, then you have to supply yeah, thank you, Hema. I think Hema said it. Okay. So we can use also you can use Bhaimi Vyaksha in one Vikalpesh. Can use the Bhaimi Vyaksha also can be used in volume 3 of Bhaimi Vyaksha. He gives a list of also the verbs ending in the words ending in the pratyaya ktin. There also he will give you a kirti with the explanation. Yes, so we can use Bhaimi Vyaksha, volume Tritiyam Khandam, third volume. We can use the Dhatu Vritti. We can use the Rupamala, Krudanta Rupamala. We can also use the Udaharan Suchi of Kashika. These are all the various ways to get the answer in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. There's no verb over here. Sutingantam padam nasti. Sutingantam padam anuvartate va. Is there anuvritti coming down maybe from somewhere? Athva adhyahara kartavyaha. Adhyahara. If you supply something, tarhi dhatu bhu. अथवा समानार्थकः धातुः अध्याहर्तुं शक्यते धातुम् अध्याहर्तुं शक्यते. We can take a dhatu bhu or a meaning of bhu, which means like vrit or vidyate, vartate, asti, bhavati. We can supply those. I think Hema, if you want to, okay, Hema, are you back, Hema? Your audio was not working, Hema. So when am I coming? Is your audio working? When is the audio working for you, Hema? When? Okay, is my audio not working? Okay.
No, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Then Hema, I think we might have to come back in. Okay, because others can hear me. Can you hear me, Hema? No. Maybe just try coming back in then.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can say dvau ripu vartete. Mama matau. In my opinion, there are these two enemies are considered by me. Two exist basically. They exist. Can supply vartete. Okay, let's start for the commentary. Achale says crown chadau. This has a story behind it. Atra eka akshayika vartate. Akshayika. See, this is one thing with these Itihasa Purana and Kavyani also. There is some Itihasa behind which we don't know. So, we need some notes for that. He's not given any notes. So, let me read it from Devadarji's book. He gives a nice note over here. What is this? Achale api kuntitam. Achale api means even on a mountain, it is unobstructed. Unobstructed even on a mountain. So, what is this mountain thing? Achale, achalaha. So, achale is parvate, girau, chalati ti chalaha, that which moves is chalaha. Achalaha which doesn't move. It can be an adjective. In here it means it is a parvataha, girihi. Okay, this is a commentary on that, okay. Achala mountain referred to in this verse is the Krauncha Chalaha. So Parashurama was a pupil of Lord Shiva in Dhanurvidya. Once on completion of his studies, becoming jealous of Kartikeya's fame as the cleaver of mountains, which is Kumaraha Krauncha Dharanaha. So Kumaraha, so this Kartikeya has the khyati of being the cleaver of mountains. So it's Krauncha Dharanaha Kumaraha. So Parashurama wanted to show that he also was no less. Aham na nyunaha. I'm not any less than him. He sent an arrow that pierced the mountain and left a hole there. So Kalidasa refers to this story also in Meghadutam, etc. And he, okay, so that's the story, that he had cleared the Krauncha Girihi by his mountain. So actually it's Krauncha Adav. We don't know the story, this doesn't make any sense. Krauncha Adav. Api is no commentary, straightforward. Akunchitam. Again, see how beautifully he puts the adjective before the noun. Akunchitam astram. Akunchitam astram. Let's say dhatu kuntha. Dhatu kuntha, where it's coming here. Kuntha is coming. So kuntha. Let's see what apte gives for kuntha. Let's do. And these are not easy, difficult to look up. You can just look up the dhatu meaning in apte. And let's see kuntha. Okay. So kuntha. Okay. So to be blunted or dulled. So kuntati. Kuntati means becomes blunt or dull. So akuntitam. So which is not blunted. Not akuntita means, of course, the nishtha prayoga, it's a said dhatu. Kuntita means blunted, which is not blunted. Akuntitam. So achale api, this should be quite straightforward. Achale api akuntitam astram. See, this is what I'm saying is that, now let's go back to the Padanvaya and appreciate the Padanvaya. Look at this word mama. Prasiddham rupam sarve jananti khadu. Mama is shashti ekvachanam of asmad. So mama is a shashti. Shashti means immediately in the mind think sambandha. Make the connection of the shashti. Shashti is only a connector. Only makes a connection with something. This mama matau, considered by me. Mama matau, considered by me. These two are considered by me. Just a little bit of grammar over here. Now, why not maya matau? It's considered by me in English. Why not maya matau? Because, considered by me, this I am the karta over here. And because the karta is anabhi, so it's a passive construct. It should be maya. Ramena vali hataha. So Vali was killed by, is a famous example. Which is Ramena hataha, Vali. Killed. So Ramena Sita drishta. Sita was seen by Rama. Right? So Hanumata Lanka dagdha. Lanka was burned by Hanumata. Now, why not here Maya Matau then? Okay. The special sutram which here says that first of all, this Matau is, okay, let's look at one more thing quickly over here. The grammar for you is this question you should ask. Now, why not Maya Matau? Now, this sutram nishtha gives, of course, nishtha is a sanya also, which is this taktavatu nishtha. This nishtha sutra is very important in chapter 1 of the Ashtadhyayi. I told you one time, I think it was in Harvard, I think. In Harvard, they had a course of only the first adhyaya of the Ashtadhyayi. 1 quarter course. And then people say, well, this is no good for us. What's it with only sanya? Sanya kim kevala sanya jnanena kim bhavishyati. So, but they said, after you know these sanyas and paribhashas very well, then when you go somewhere else, it's very easy for you. So, in fact, I think some of the students memorized this sanya adhikara completely. Then they were so ready for the next part. So, these sanyas have to be known to you very well. Chaktavatu nishtha. Chaktavatu nishtha. Nishtha. And then we can say, because when Panini says nishtha, then what in the world is nishtha? We don't know what nishtha is because the pratyakta and the pratyaktavat. Tavatu, I should say. Tavatu. That the nishtha sanya. Nishtha is in the bhute adhikare in 3.2. Bhute adhikaraha. We'll give to when next time maybe adhikaraha. So bhute adhikaraha, nishtha is used. But then this is not bhute. He's not saying that these two enemies are considered by me. Right now they are my enemies. I consider to me right now. Mama matau. So sampratam mama matau. They're right now. So then how do we justify that? That we have to go to the end of 3.2. There is, I think, the last two of 3.2 where Panini says that this, let's go to there for a second, is nitaktaha. This is used, it is used vartamane, nitaktaha. Any dhatu which has the ni as an it can be used, this kta pratyaya can be used vartamane. And then next, this is mati buddhi pujarte bhyascha. Next sutra. The dhatu in this meaning, which is mati, buddhi, some considered by somebody honored by somebody, puja arte bhyascha, pratyakta, it can be used vartamane, vartamaniktaha. So now let's go to that 8, just look at 32188 very quickly, 32180. I think that the anuvritti of vartamane must be coming down from somewhere there, vartamane. So let's look at that one, 3.2. So now, and when that happens, then the shashti comes in there. That's the connection. The connection is that when that happens, in fact, we can work backwards. We can now work backwards. When we see the shashti, mama, coming with matau, then we can say the shashti has come with an ishtanta rupam. That means that I want to connect with the vartamanikta. So this is the flag. This is the flag which tells you this is vartamane, and not bhute. So 32187 ni taktaha. See what it says. In fact, in Laghu it is there. Ni id yasya. So dhatu which has ni as an it. So ni taha. Ni ta dhatu vartamane arthe ta pratyaya bhavati. So bhute nishtha vihita. So nishtha was, as I said to you, by 32102, bhute vihita was prescribed in the past tense. Vartamane na prapnoti. We cannot use vartamane. Iti vidhiyate. That's why Panini puts a sutram. So now, but that we cannot use. We have to use the next sutram, Anantram sutram, which is going to be the 3.2 last sutram in 3.2. So tritiyasya dvitiye pade charamam sutram is the antimam sutram, antyam sutram, last sutram in 3.2. 32188 is mati buddhi pujarte bhyascha. So mati ichha buddhi jnanam etadarthebhyascha dhatubhyo vartamanikta pratyaya bhavati. So this is what happens is it is in vartamani arthe. Now how does that connect us to that to the shashti now? Shashti, because now any vibhakti assignment, remember, always 2.3. The moment you think about assigning vibhakti in this language, 2.3. Always think of, so dvitiyasya adhyayasya tritiye pade sutrani grijante yaihi vibhakti vidhanam kriyate. So the vibhakti vidhanam is done only in 2.3. Only one single padavashtadhyaya. This only has 73 rules. This is 70, we're quite short. The vibhakti is there in every shloka, in every sentence, in every, as I said, tingantam padam is rare. Most of them are going to be, subantani. Every subantam means you have to think how the soup came in there. And for every one of those words, you have to use one of these rules in 2.3. You see, of course, a lot of them are very obvious, but still, you have to find a sutram in 2.3. You say Arjuna vacha, Arjunaha, supratyaha. So kena sutrana vidhiyate supratyaha. By what sutram is supratyaha come? So this is what I'm pointing to. So try to focus on this one also. Not studied very much by people, but important. The thing which I always say is that you don't want to translate from English to Sanskritam. You don't want to do that. For example, I'm sorry for coming late. Right? So for coming late, you should not say Vilambanaya. That's wrong usage. Vilambanaya. Okay, sorry, so excuse me for coming late. Excuse me for coming late. Vilambanaya kshamyatam. Iti vaktum na shakyate. It is wrong usage. So excuse me for coming late. So just don't say for coming late, make it chaturthi and be done with it. That is the wrong way to learn this language because they'll cause a lot of problems. Because you have to understand Vilambanaya chaturthi was used, which sutram was in 2.3 for that. There's no sutra. Because Vilambanaya would be for the sake of coming late, for the purpose of coming late would be the meaning. It's a long way. Anyway, so try to keep on that. Now here is this sutram which says tasya cha vartamane. There'll be a sutram over here. Here it is, 2367. Is when this kta pratyaya use vartamane, and with that shashti is used. 2367. Tasya cha vartamane. So that was the connection. The connection was we went to 32188 and then got the meaning in this vartamane, and then we used 2367 to get the vartamane, this shashti vidhanam. Shashti vidhanam. So it says that says nishtha punah shashti vidhiyate. So tasya cha vartamana kalavhitasya prayoge shashti bhaktir bhavati. I'm not going in all the details here, but that's how it comes. So 2367. Let me put in the document here. These are all the subtle details. The more you know this, again, these are all weapons to attack the problem. Is once you know more of these rules, more ideas you can get, less it becomes demystified for you. So mama, I'll just put the form mama over here, and this was the shashti was done by 32188 is the vartamanarthe. Vartamanarthe kta pratyaya prayuktaha tat sanyogena, and in connection with that shashti bhakti. So 2367 kasya cha vartamane. Okay, let's continue with the shloka. So mama matav, in my opinion.
Satishji, matav there is saptami, right?
No. What is that? Oh, good question, madam.
Yeah.
Mama matav.
Mama matav. My also should be an option if you take the English, in my opinion.
No, my will be always shashti vasu, not my will be in me.
My will be saptam.
My is saptam, will be in me. Will be in me.
Not, it won't become in my opinion. Okay.
In
my. Okay. So matav is saptami.
Correct. It can be. Interesting. Very interesting point, Vasu. Let's talk. Yeah. So Hema, I got your comments. 2367. Thank you, Hema. I think that might be Kalpesh. I think. Okay. 2367. Okay. Now Vasu makes a point here. Now, is matav saptami of mati, or is it prathama dvivachanam of mata? Interesting point. Now, one more time. Is matav is saptami of the Prajapadikam mati, or is matav a prathama dvivachanam of the Prajapadikam mata? That's the point. Mama matav.
There is dvav and ripu that suggests.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because this could have been a saptami if another context. In my opinion, these are the two enemies of equal offense, you can say. But given the Vasu answer that given that you have dvav and ripu and samagasav, so purvapara vicharena, purvapara vicharena. So when you do purvapara vichara, when you do, in that case you will see that mata will fit better here as a prathama dvivachanam, like ramaha, ramo, ramaha, like ramo. And look at what, let's go to what Malinatha says. Mama dvav samagasau ripu matau. So these are considered by me to be the two enemies considered by me. So yes, it's a good point though. Matau could have been a saptami ekavachana of mati shabda, in my opinion. But here, given the dvav, ripu and samagasau, we take it as the Prathama Dvivachanam of the Mata Shabda, which is of course the Visheshanam in this case, is qualifying Ripu, declaring like Rama Shabda, because Ripu is a Pullinga Pratipadikam. Okay. Now
but he had a individual opinion on each one of them.
I'm sorry?
He had an individual opinion on each one of them. That's why it became two opinions.
So these two are considered by me. Considered by Mata is now qualifying Ripu. Mata is qualifying Ripu. So these two are considered by me.
So if it has to become two dual, then that means his opinion is twice, counted twice, one on each. And then he came to the conclusion.
Yeah, so both are considered. So these two are considered by me. Yes.
Yeah.
So each one of them is considered by him. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So one is considered, the other is considered. Yes. Both are considered by him. Yes. So okay. So anyway, the point I was trying to make was, so we have the word mama. Mama is shashti. Shashti is sambandha. Sambandha was to be made with these, the Prathama Dvivachana Rupaihi sambandha. So the sambandha was with the Prathama Dvivachana Rupaihi. Now, but behind mama was stacking on the Vibhrat. So in my opinion, me who is holding Vibhrat is a Pratipadikam. Just derive that for a second. Hema, are you back? No, Hema she had some problems. Okay, Hema is not back. Okay. Chandra is back. It was Kalpesh. Okay, Kalpesh. Okay, thank you. Chandra Raghu.
This is Hema. Yeah, I just used my husband because I can't use the same user again.
Okay, that's fine. Can you try to echo on the line?
Yeah. So.
It's okay. You can.
Brut.
Dhatu bhru.
Yeah, brut and then bru. Yeah. No. Sorry. Do brinch. Dharana. Dharanopashana yoho.
So that is dhatu bhru. I'm talking about dhatu bhru over here. Vibhrat.
Yeah, it's bru and third gana.
Pratyaya is used. What pratyaya is being used here? Bhru. Dhatu bhru is in dhatu.
Lit because it is abhyasa karyam, right?
Abhyasa karyam. This is juhotyadi gana. The pratyaya is used shatru pratyaya.
Shatru.
Vibhrat. This is comes in if you chant the Rudra Prashnaha, I think all of you listen to Rudram all the time, right? There is a Pinakam Vibhradagahi. Vibhrad comes in the Rudra Prashnaha. In the 9th Anuvakaha. Vibhrat. So please come to us, I think, holding the Pinakadanaho. Pinakam Vibhradagahi. So that is comes in the Rudra Prashnaha Vibhrat. So the same, that is of course Prathama Ekvachanam, so Vibhrad Agahi. So Agahi means I think come to us, holding this one. Now of course the Agahi is a very Vedic form there. But this comes in, now this Dhatu Bhru comes in Gita also. Vibhartyavya Ishvaraha comes in the chapter 15 of Gita. Which says Vibharti comes in Gita. Now, if you know the form Vibharti, Pratya tip is being used there. You can back out that and get the form Vibhrat. Remove the tip and add the Shatru Pratyaya instead. You can use that. Okay, this is the Gita is Parame Vriksha Ayudham Nidhaya Krityam Vyasvasana Achara Pinakam Vibhradagahi in the 9th Anuvaka of Rudram. Okay, so let's take Dhatu Bhru and let's skip some steps now because we've done this a few times. So with Dhatu Bhru in Juhotyadi Gana, as Hema said, and let's now derive this form Vibhrat and Vibhrataha, of course, we shashti ekvachanam of that. So let's take Dhatu Bhru. We take the Dhatu Bhru, add the Pratyaya let becomes a Shatru Adeshaha. So we'll give this, so Dhatu is Bhru, and this Dhatu also, as Hema said, in Dhatu Patha, in Dharana Poshana Yoho, means to carry something, to bear something, also to support something, to nourish somebody. So Bhru plus let becomes Shap, as the usual rules, Vartamane Lat, Latashatrishana Chava Prathama Samanadhikarane, Latashatrishana Chava Prathama Samadhikarane. So 3 to 123, 3 to 124. You get this Shap Pratyaya. Now Shap means, sorry, Shatru, I'm sorry. Shatru, not Shap but Shatru. Skipping some step. Shatru. This is the present participle. Shatru. What's called Vartamani Krudanta Pravaga. Vartamani Krutya. So Shatru. So Shatru comes in here. What I'm talking about is the Vartamani Let came in 3 to 123. Then we got 3 to 124. Anantaram Sutram, which says that this Let without taking Tipta Ji can take the Adesha Shatru or Shanach if you want to make a participle form out of it. And then, of course, we know that which one to use, Shatru or Shanach, because Tangana Atmanipadam. So the Tang and An, so the Ana will be Atmanipadam, which means by default left par. So any Adesha in place of the La, any Lakara, I guess, is actually Parasnipadam. But the Tangana Atmanipadam, the Tang and the Ana. Tang means, of course, the Ta, Atam, Ja, Thas, Atham, Dham, Idvahi, Mahi. So these are going to be Atmanipadam. And also the Ana, that means the Shanach and Kanach, is also be Atmanipadam. So you have to find out, is the Dhatu Parasnipadi, is it Atmanipadi? Parasnipadi will take the default, left Parasnipadam will take Shatru Adesha. Atmanipadi will take Shanach Adesha. And then when you look at Dhatu Patha now, the Dhatu is given in Dhatu Patha is Bhumi Dharana Poshanayoho. It has the Chavarga Panchama as an It, Chavarga Panchama as an It. To make it Ubhayapadi, make it a Ubhayapadi Dhatu. So either one can be used. Of course, it depends on the Vivaksha of the speaker. So when we use this one by 1372, Tvaritajnitaha, Kartavipraye Kriya Phale, it becomes a Ubhayapadi Dhatu basically. So you could have taken either one. So right now the author wants to use Shatru Pratyaha. Now comes Kartari Shap. Kartari Shap will come in here. Remember always Kartari Shap only comes Sarva Dhatu Ke. Only comes Sarva Dhatu Ke Kartari Shap. This is used in an active sense because Vibrat, the Parashurama is holding the weapon. So he is holding, so he is the doer of the action. It's definitely Kartari. So Kartari Arthe Vartate Pratyaha. Tasmat Karanat Shap Agachati Shap Prapyate. So this Shap comes here now. Now Kartari Shap, but that has a special sutram, the Juhotyadi Ganaha. The Shap takes the Shlu elision. Shlu. So this will come in 2.4. Am I going too fast? Maybe a little bit too fast. I think up to this point though was Samanya Karyani. Up to getting the Shatru Pratyaha, up to getting Kartari Shap. These are straightforward operations. Now the one that we need special now is that Juhotyadi Bhyashluho. Now, I was talking to you before about the Krudanta Rupamala. Wow. Krudanta Rupamala, as the name implies, is a 5-volume set, very nice set, published, I think, in Chennai, I think, which is the old, I think, Madras Sanskrit Institute or College, Sanskrit College over there. Now, it will not give Tinganta Rupani. It will only give Krudanta Rupani, which is, as I said, Krudanta Rupamala. But the good news is that the Prakriya for doing the Shatru Pratyaha or Shanach will give you all the steps that you need to do the Let Pratyaya also. So when you say Bibhrat, then you get Bibhrati as a Let Vartamane, Let Pratham Purushasya Bahuvachana Rupam. So even though the Rupamala does not give Tinganta Rupani, it gives Shatru and Shanach, and the Prakriya will be very similar for this. If you really want, if you don't have any other book and you want to get the Prakriya for the Let Lakaraha from the Krudanta Rupamala, then you can use the Shatru Shanach reverse way. Because Shatru and Shanach, when they follow, they get the Sanya of Sarvadhatukam, Tingshit Saratukam, you get Kartari Shap or Apavadas, and we'll go that way. Anyway, so Juhotyadibhyashliho. This Pratyaya Shap will come, take the Shlu elision. So why does Parni say Shlu? Why not say look simply? Because Adhikar of look is coming down here. Shlu iti Vishesha Vidhanam Kasmat Kriyate, Vishesha Vidhanam Kasmat Kriyate. tat sambandhi anyat karyam vartate. There is another karyam based on the shlu. So first the shap comes, takes the shlu elision. Remember now one more thing. It's pratyasya luk shlu lupaha. See how all these things are intertwined. Let's go step by step. Let me put this over here. So now what happened was we'll put the same thing here. Bru plus shatru. But let's put these two sutras. Is the kartari shap, tat paschat jihotyadibhya shluho. The best thing that you can do is repeat these sutras as many times as you can. They are the shortest, quickest, most optimized way of learning Vyakaranam. So please do. Even if you don't understand the meaning fully in the beginning, it is okay. In fact, when my teacher was learning from his teacher, this is true story. Learning from his teacher, he had to memorize the sutram and the vritti before coming to class. And if one word is wrong, he had to go back home and come back next time. And literally he had to do that a few times, because he says one word is wrong in the sutram or in the vritti, he has to go back home and come back after a few days after he has memorized the sutram. That's the way the parampara was. Of course, we're not being so strict now, but try to memorize these sutras, at least repeat them. So jihotyadibhya shluho, yotyadibhya shluho. Now after that, why shluho? Because that shlu creates the abhyasa karyam. This is sutram shlau. Sutram is shlau. Now, through abhyasa karyam, there are 4 main rules. Chatvari sutrani vartante. So, abhyasa karyam. So, yahi abhyasa karyam vidhiyate. Abhyasaha. And liti dhatu anabhyasasya. Liti dhatu anabhyasasya. Then sanyangoho. We're using this in the Wednesday class. We've been using this for the last few weeks now. Sanyangoho. And this one shlau. So, when the shlu elision is done, so now you know why Pani doesn't just do look elision, just the shlu elision. One more thing to remind you is that pratyas luk shlu lupaha. Pratyas luk shlu lupaha. This entire pratyaya goes away when you do. So don't have to do alone tyasya and all that. When you do luk, shlu or lup, the entire pratyaya is gone. Pratyas luk shlu lupaha, 1161. Not only that, but nalumatangasya. Normally you have pratyaya lope, pratyaya lakshanam. Anga karyam kartum shakyate. Parantu, yadi luk, shlu, athva luk shabdena, when by these 3, when lopa is one of these 3, tarhi anga karyam kartum na shakyate. So we cannot do anga karyam based on pratyaya. Because why am I stating that? If the shap had come in there, the shap came in, it went away by the jihotyadibhya shluho. Now, if you take pratyaya lope, pratyaya lakshanam, that shap could have done the guna adesha for dhru. Become bhar. We done a guna adesha for become bhar. We have spoiled our form. So it's important. Thank you, Kalpesh. Ishlau. So yes, so Kalpesh is there. Okay. So let's remember. So remember Nulamatangasya. So the moment you do look, shlu or lup, that you cannot do an angakaram based on that pratyaya anymore. Now the sutram comes which is shlau, which is 6110. It's just 6110. Shlau does the abhyasa karyam, and then we have to, of course, go to the section at the end of 7.4 with abhyasa karyani vidhiyante saptamasya adhyayasya chaturthasya pade antya bhage at the end of this 7.4. And so we can do the abhyasa karyam. Now, there comes so now what you're going to do is that we're going to now form this one and apply 6110. And then get this. We're going to get bhru plus the shatru is still there. We're going to get that. So we applied 6110. By the rules that we know so far, means the usual rules, we shall use the form urat. The rule will take the akara adesha and the bhyasaha. Uran raparaha become bhar. So now, and then haladishesha, but that's not the form that we have. Instead we have the form bibhrat. Of course, we can use abhyase charcha to get bakaraha, but we cannot get the form ikaraha. Ikara kasmad atra agataha. So kena sutrena ikara vidhiyate. So now, as I said to you, when you look at 7.4, that is the Samanya Niyamaha, which is the Samanya Niyamaha. Those are 4 of them, which is the Rasvaha, Aladisheshaha, and then the Kuhoshchuhu and Uratta. That will not do the job for us over here. We need to find some sutram down here now. We'll do the Ikaradeshaha. But at least if you know which section to look at. Thank you, Kalpesh. It's 7476. Kalpesh had the answer. Bruyamit. 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 So Bruyam Trayanam. These 3 dhatus, the Bru, etc., they take the Ikaradesha and Abhyasa. Let's look at 7476. Look at 7476. Let's see what the vritti is there. Vritti is Bruyamit. 7476 Bruyamit. So what it says, Briyadinam Trayanam Dhatunam Abhyasasya Ikaradesha Bhavati Shlausati. Shlausati. Now that is why the special sutram special only come when the shlu pratyaya is there. So now as I said to you, those rules which are the regular rules, they don't mention this abhyasa is due to this or due to that. They're samanyena vidhiyante. As long as there is an abhyasa, you can apply rasvaha, you can do haladisheshaha, you can do kuhoshchuhu, you can do the urat. But these now are specific kinds of abhyasa. Abhyasa due to shlu, abhyasa due to lit, abhyasa due to young. So these are special rules. So bhri, mang, ohang, these 3 dhatus. Bhri, mang, ohang. Esham trayanam abhyasasya it syat shlau. Go to Bhagavad Gita. Vibhartyavya Ishvaraha, Yasmat Ksharamati Toham. I think all of you chant 15 chapter, right? I think many of you chant chapter 15. Tatra idam sutram smartavyam. It's sutram smartavyam. Yo lok uttama purushastvanyaha paramatmetyudarataha. Yo lokatrayam avishya vibhartyavya Ishvaraha. Next time you chant chapter 15 of Gita. Vibhartyavya Ishvaraha asmin sthane bruyam iti sutram avashyam smartavyam. Think of bruyamit, because you take the dhatu bru, if you apply the sutram urat, which is well known to us, do urandapara, haladishesha, abhyase charcha, you will get the ba is abhyasaha. So ba shabdaha labhyate, natu bi shabdaha. Tasmad bruyamit, this sutram smartamyam, vishesha sutram, yena ikaraha vidhiyate, trayanam dhatu nam abhyasasya, ikara vidhiyate. One more time. Next time you chant this shloka, which I think many of you do, Yo lokatrayama avishya vibhartyavya Ishvaraha. Think of the sutram bruyamit. I'll remind you that in the abhyasa bhagaha, there are general rules and there are special rules. So this only applies shlau. Only shlau. So for example, this one says only sunny, sanyataha, which in the Wednesday class we use. This is only sunny. This is only shlau. Now below will come young lukoho, only when young is there, that which we're doing also in yesterday's class. So these are special rules which are coming over here. Now you had liti, some special rules came in here. But that's what I was telling you is that these 4 rules, which is the hasvaha, haladisheshaha, kuhoshchuhu, and urat, you know them well. And if it doesn't work with these 4, then there must be something down there which is going to give you the more detailed rules. Okay, so let's make the Gita connection. Let's finish this form now. I think this will do it for us now. So what's going to happen here now is we, of course, the pratyaya shatru cannot do any guna adeshaha, which is sarvadhatukam apit. Sarvadhatukam apit. Is that you, Vasu? Somebody is echoing. Okay, I think I could. Okay. Okay. What I'm talking about, the moment you have pratyaya which has a sanya of sarvadhatukam by ting, shit, sarvadhatukam. Again, now in the Saturday class, we have 2 more classes. On this Saturday, we'll finish the Subanta Prakriya on this coming Saturday, which is in 2 days. In the next Saturday class, we'll do the Avyaya Prakaranam, only 1 class, I think. We'll try to finish that in 1 class. So the next Saturday class, we'll do the Avyaya Prakaranam. If you want to do about Avyayam, there are only, in Ashtadhyayi, there are only 5 rules which talk about the Avyaya Sanya, 1137 to 1141. We'll talk about them in the next Saturday class, not this, next Saturday class. And then after that, for the next year and a half, we'll be doing, or maybe even, I don't know how it will take, maybe a year and a half, it's going to take the thing and the Prapanam. So at that time, we'll be talking about these rules in great detail. This ting, shit, sarvadhatukam, ardhadhatukam, sheshaha. So dhatu iti bihitaha. When the pratyaya is prescribed after dhatu, it goes in one of these 2 categories. You either get sanya of sarvadhatukam or get sanya of ardhadhatukam. So whenever you take a pratyaya after dhatu, ask the question immediately. Ayam pratyaya sarvadhatukaha athva ardhadhatukaha. Always it has to be dhatoho iti vihitasya. It has to be prescribed to a dhatu, not to a pratipadikam or something else. So now, why is important? Then the moment you have this ting shit sarvadhatukam, think of this sutram sarvadhatukam apitta. Sarvadhatukam apitta. Again, I'm throwing a lot of sutras at you in one class, but you will not catch them in one class. But keep on listening to these. Maybe after a year or a year and a half, if you pay attention, these will start sticking in your mind. Sarvadhatukam apitta. So if the pratyaya has a sanya of sarvadhatukam, if it does not have the pakaras and it cannot do any guna adeshaha, uddhi adeshaha. It becomes nitvat. So it becomes as if it has the na as an it. And then by kiniticha, guna nishedha. One more time. If you get a pratyaya which has sanya of sarvadhatukam, means ting shit sarvadhatukam. Pratyaya right now is shatru pratyaya. It has a talavya as an it. It was prescribed to a dhatu. It's going to get a sanya of sarvadhatukam. It does not have pa as an it. So it's going to get the nitvat bhava, as if it has the kavarga panchama varna as an it. When it has that, so nit karyani kartum shakyante. So nit karyam is the guna nishedha, kniticha. Okay, so that is what is going to stop the guna adesha for bhro. You should always ask. The pratyaya sutram which you know, 7384 says sarvadhatuka ardhadhatuka yoho. That will do the guna adesha. What stopped that? What was there to stop that? That was this 124 followed by 115. Let's finish this form now so we can do the Vishesh Abhyasa Karyam. So we can get the form B, Bhru, Shatrus, and put the sutra there. Okay, so what was coming here was I used the sutram Shlau. So even in one form you learn lot of sutra. You learn the sutra, you learn Jihotyadibhya Shlau, you learn the sutram Shlau, you learn sutram Dhruyamit, and these 3 can be used in the Gita in chapter 15. So these 3, you should know them now. So Vibhartyavya Ishwar Vibharti. Now, by the way, let's go back to Gita for 1 second, because I just told you this sutram Vibharti. Now, how come it took a guna adesha over here then? Vibharti. Atra guna adesha drishyate. Katham atra kriyate guna karyam. Guna vidhanam. Yasmat atra pratyaya tip vartate. Tip. Pit pratyaya asti. Pit pratyaya vartate. Tasmat karanat sarvadhatukam apit iti sutram na pravartate. Tasmat guna nishedha na bhavati. So this pratyaya is tip that does have the person it, that will not become nitvat, that will not do the guna nishedha. So you can, one more thing you can remember, when you chant the shloka, you can remember the jihotyadibhya shluho, shlau iti abhyasaha, bruyam it iti vishesha abhyasa karyam, tat paschat tip pratyaha, pit, tasmat karanat, sarvadhatukam apit iti nitvat bhavaha na bhavati, tasmat karanat guna nishedha na bhavati. So you can remember all these 5 rules over here. One more time. Kartari shap, jyotyadibhya shluho, shlau iti abhyasaha, bruyamit vishesha abhyasa karyam, then sarvadhatukam apit iti na pravartate, tasmat karanat nitvat bhava na bhavati, tasmat karanat guna nishedha na bhavati, guna nishedho na bhavati. So these 5 rules, you can remember these. So you can, as you chant Gita, if you know your Gita Vyakaranam well, you will have no problem You'll have enough to know you can learn the others as you go along. So there it was pratyaya was stip. So that did gunadesha. Vibharti became vibharti. But here we have shatru, it does not have any pose in it. So now, okay, abhyasa karyani. Abhyasa karyani, we're going to use one special rule, which is bhuryamit 7476. Bhuryamit that only happens when shlau is there. Okay, so let's do bhuryamit. Let's do 7476. Then we'll do uran raparaha. Uran raparaha. Then of course we will do the haladish sheshaha. Haladish sheshaha 7260. And then we're going to do the abhyase charcha. That's going to be done tripadikaram. We can do it right now. Technically we have to wait for this till we get the padasanya. Because this should not go tripadikaram until the padasanya. Then padam is formed. Right now we don't have padam. Suptingantam padam. Suptingantam padam. So technically we have to wait till we add the pratyagnyas, get the shashti ekavachanam, get the padasanya of suptingantam padam, tat paschat tripadikaram kartum shakyate. So, but it's not going to make any difference to us. I'm doing it right now for short. This is like a shortcut. So be brit, and then just to the eco energy yannadesha. Tilukadesthani rephadesha. Of course, anubandha lopa have the shakvatadjite upadesha junanasika. And then so we make it bibrat, and then add the pratyagnyas, which is going to be bibrataha. So we're going to make bibrat. So let's see. Okay, let me take this. Okay, let me write it down. Okay, my Google is going down. I think Google gets fatigued. Google has a fatigue problem with Vyakaranam. I think. Tasya shrama jayate. Google gets fatigued. So bibrat. Only did the yannadesha. Yannadesha equality was no guna because of I should put here the 1, 2, 4 pitta kiniti guna nishedha and then yannadesha. That's what. So bibrat. And then after that you add the pratyagnyas become bibrataha. So bibrat is a form in kartari that can take a karma. To get a karma, to take a karma, an object, which has to be kartari prayogaha. Then only a dhatu means, going back to the famous example, prasiddham udharanam, Ramena Vali hataha. Hataha, Vali was killed by Ramaha. Now that hataha is not kartari. It is in the karmani. That hataha cannot take an object. On the other hand, Ramaha vanam gataha. Now gataha is kartari. It can take an object vanam. Rama has gone to the forest. So that is the difference between these two. This vibrat as shattis pratya shatru is definitely vartaman in that. Use kartari artha as a vibrat, and that did take an object here, which is the astram. Now this whole thing started because trying to explain to you the padanvayaha. Appreciate the padan which is done so beautifully has been done for you here by Malinatha. Dirvachanechi. Yes, Dirvachanechi. Yes. Now, so okay, Kalpesh is making a good point. Okay, let me see what Kalpesh is making a good point over here, which I kind of skipped over here. Okay, the question is that, so why not do the Yannadesha by 6177 right back here? Because Bhru plus Shatru you had, right? Now, I want to use the Sutram Shlau, the Abhyasa Karya. But then also comes the Yannadesha Ikonachi comes. And the Yannadesha is a Parakaryam. It's a Parakaryam. Why should not do Yannadesha first and then do the Abhyasa Karyam? So there is Sutram which Kalpesh is, thank you Kalpesh. I didn't mention that detail to you. Dirvachane Achi. Which means that if you want to do, if there is a pratyaya, which is ajadi. It's very complicated sutram, so try to follow that. If you have pratyaya which is ajadi, in this case the shatru pratyaya is ajadi. Dvitva nimittakaha pratyaya. That ajadi pratyaya is causing dvitvam, which we do have because of pratyaya shlu. The pratyaya shatru. In fact, is Kalpesha there? Maybe no, Kalpesha is not here. Dirvachane Achi said that if you have pratyaya, which is causing dvitvam, and then you have to do Yannadi, I mean Ajyadesha. Okay, let's look at, let me not complicate this. Let me go to 1159. 1159. 1159. Nirvachane nimitte achi. Ajyadesha sthanivad bhavati. This is what the Kashika says. So bottom line is that Pratyaya, which is Ajadi, and which is the Nirvachane nimitte, which is the cause of Dvitvam. Actually, here I have a problem here. So let me think about this. Kalpesh, if you are there, the thing is that the Nirvachane actually requires the Ajadi Pratyaya to be Dvitva nimittakaha. Should be the cause of Dvitvam. Okay, what are we talking about here? Talking about is that why not do Yannadesha first and then go into Abhyasakaya? Because this shlu is coming in between and this Shatru. I think what here we can do, I think, Kalpesh, is that this Bhru plus shlu plus Shatru we have, right, Kalpesh? So now what here we have is that the Angam, which you're talking to Wayne this early in the class, Angam for the Shatru is Bhru plus shlu. Bhru plus shlu. So I'm maybe confusing you now. Okay, let me tell you what Kalpesh is saying. Let me tell you why it doesn't apply here actually. Okay, what Kalpesh is saying is Dirvachane achi. Is that if you have, but it's a good point he's making, is that if you have a Pratyaya, which is Ajyadi, we have Shatru Ajadi, we do have that, because Shatru is Anubandha Lope At. Okay? Pratyaya is Ajadi Pratyaya here. And that Pratyaya should be the cause of Ditvam, but now Shatru was not the cause of Ditvam. The cause of Ditvam was only the Pratyaya Shlu which came there. So here we cannot use Dirvachane Achi, because Dirvachane Achi requires Ditva Nimitte Achi. Achaha Adeshaha Na Kartavyaha. Ditve Kartavye. So what happens is that if you have a Pratyaya, which is Ajadi, Ditva Nimittakaha, which is the cause of Ditvam, in that case, there should be no Ajyadesha done, which means in place of an Acha. This Ru is an Acha. When Dvitvam is pending, when Abhyasa is pending, do the Abhyasa first. Then do the Ajyadesha, which is Yannadesha. So everything is fine, Kalpesh is correct, but the only problem here is that the Shatru is not the cause of Ditvam. Ditvam came because of Shlu. Then we can go to what Wayne learned today now we know, see why the Anga is very important, Angam. The Angam for Shatru is Bhru plus Shlu. Because Bhru, Shap came in here with the Shlu, because the Jyot Chadi is Shlu. That Angam is Antarangam. So inside an Angam, whatever karyam is to be done is Antarangam. That has to be finished before we can come to Shatru. We have to finish Anga karyam. This thing of Antarangam is a complicated term. Okay? But it's one of the simple applications is that inside the Angam, a karyam has to be finished before you can interact between the Angam and the Pratyaya. It's kind of intuitive that the Angam has to be made ready first. Then only you can interact with the Pratyaya. Angam for Shatru was Bhru plus Shlu. Of course, Shlu only is a 0. The illusion has gone away. The Bhru plus Shlu has to be finished first. Then we can interact with Shatru. So yes, it's a bit of a confusing issue here. So Kalpesh made a good point, is that when you do an Ajyadesha, that Ajyadesha has to wait when Ditvam is pending, as long as you have a Pratyaya which is Ajadi, which is the cause of Ditvam. Everything was fitting over here, except Shatru is not the cause of Ditvam, but the Shlu was. So what we can do is that you Antarangam principle over here. Antarangam has to be finished first. You make B Bhru, and this, when this Angam is created, then you can interact with Shatru, Ajyadesha. I mean, thank you, Kalpesh. Vibrat, add Shashti. Now coming back to what I was talking about, is Padanvayaha. Is we want to use Mama. So that's a Sambandha with Dvau Ripu. These are my two enemies. Dvau Ripu. Coming back to what Vasu was saying, by the way, about this Mama Matau. If you do that, Vasu, you will make the Sambandha between Mama and only Mati then. you will not get mama ripu. You want the meaning that these are my two enemies. If you take what Vasu was saying, if you take this as mati shabda, in my opinion, these are the two enemies. But whose enemies? We left hanging then. That will be left hanging. If you take mama with the mati shabda, it will be in my opinion. You will not get the meaning of my enemies. Which intent, that is the vivakshitartha. Vivakshitartha is mama ripu. So these are my two enemies considered by me, again. So now, so that we need a connection. So mama had to be used. So behind that we got the visheshanam of vibhrat. And then behind that we got the object astram. So the padanvaya goes in. So the padanvaya is considered in that way. So mama behind the adjective vibhrat, vibhrataha shashti. Behind that the object of vibhrat, which is astram. Behind the astram comes the visheshanam for astram, which is akuntitam. Then akuntitam has behind it a vishaya saptami, achalya akuntitam. This is how the whole padanvaya went along. So we got the mama sambandha with ripu, mama visheshanam vibhrataha, vibhrataha karma astram, astrasya visheshanam akuntitam, akuntitam kutra achalya saptami. So this is how padanvaya is being done. So for me, who is holding a weapon which is unblunted even on the mountain? These are the two enemies. Of course, ripu is prathama dvivachanam, because again this has all been done in the study class in great detail. So ripu, you have to use ripu plus the pratyaya au, and then you do the prathamayoha purva savarnaha. Prathamayoha purva savarnaha. We won't go in details here. This has been done in Saturday class many times. So 61102. Prathamayoha purva savarnaha. Okay. Ripu. So dvitiya. So 61102. Now what is a samagasau? Says tulya paradhau. Did not give the vigraha vakyam to you. He only gave the paryaya shabdaha. Samagasau tulya paradhau. So let's work with tulya paradhau first. Let's even forget samagasau for the time being. Let's only work with this one. So can you do the vigraha vakyam for us, Venu, of this one? Tulya paradhau. What do you think this is? It's clearly qualifying ripu. So what will the vigraha vakyam here? Venu, if you're there.
Here.
It's a Bahuvri compound for sure. It's an adjective which has a noun at the end. One more time. It is an adjective which has a noun at the end. Aparada is a noun. The aparada is not an adjective. So the whole samasa is an adjective of ripu. Clearly, it's an adjective of ripu. But it has a noun at the end. To convert that noun to an adjective, it must be a Bahuvri samasa. So tulyaha aparadhaha yayoho tau ripu. The two enemies whose offense or crime is same, so comparable, of comparable offense. So one more time, tulyaha aparadhaha yayoho, of which two? Tau ripu. Now we can go backwards from there to samagasau. So clearly he has used the word tulya for sama. He used the word aparadha for the word. Now what is the word here? We can look at the dictionary for that, make it easy. So this is the, I think the word is, let's try it. I think the word is agas. So the sakaranta pradipadikam. Sakaranta pradipadikam agas. Agas is a neuter noun meaning fault or offense. So agas decline like manas. Samagasau, samanaparadhau, tulyaparadhau, samagasau. So samam, agaha, yayoho, tau. So those two whose agas decline like manas. So agaha is prathama ekavachanam like manaha. So samam agaha, yayoho, tau. Bahuvri compound. Again, how do we know that? Because it's an adjective qualifying ripu. The aparada does not have pradhanyam. question. Aparadha does not have pradhanyam. So we are talking about the ripu, not the aparadha. This whole compound refers to the anya padam, which is ripu. And this, of course, is giving us the vocabulary here. Sama means tulya. Agas means aparadha. Again, it increases the vocabulary. So this is what vocabulary also increases. So agas is an napumsaka linga shabdaha, sakaranta shabdaha, aparadha arthe. Now, he's giving two reasons for that. One is hey hey yaha, and one is tvam cha. So hey hey yaha, tvam cha mama ripu, samagasau ripu. So hey hey yaha, hey hey yaha. Let's look at Apche for vocabulary. Actually, hey hey yaha is a name for territory. Here it refers to this word. Refers to a particular king, which was the Haiheya, is Haiheya, is name of a territory also, Haiheya. But here it refers to the Kartavirya Arjuna. Kartavirya was the name of a king who was from that territory. So he also got the name Haiheya. It was Haiheya territory. It says name of a people and their country. So Haiheya. Haiheya is a territory, but Haiheya refers to the Arjuna Kartavirya. So that is who had. In fact, he gives the same. Look at, he gives the same shloka here. Dhenu vatsaharana cha Haiheya stam chakirti muktahartu mudjataha. Okay. So now he gives two of them. The reason for each. Dhenu vatsaharana. So look at the Vigraha Vakyam here. Dhenoho vatsaha. Vatsasya haranat. So he gives Shashti Tatpurusha two times. So Dhenoho vatsaha. Simple Shashti. Then why is he Vigraha Vakyam for that? Kasmad diyate Vigraha Vakyam atra. Saralaha samasaha. Samasa saralaha. Kasmad Vigraha Vakyam diyate. We've seen this many times before. When you see Malinatha or the Tikakaraha giving a Vigraha Vakyam, there is no need for it. Normally when you have Shashti Tatpurusha Samasa, Vigraha Vakyam na diyate. Spashtatvat. But here what he wants to do, as you can see clearly over here, he wants to tell you which Dhenu we are talking about. That's why he gave us the Vigraha Vakyam. He wants to put in there which Dhenu we are talking about. Dhenoho Pitru Homa Dhenoho. He's clarifying for you that this was the cow which was in the possession of Parashurama's father for the sake of doing yajnas. So Pitru Homa Dhenoho. So this Pitru Homa Dhenoho is his, it's a Homa Dhenoho. Is Homatha Dhenoho, just for conducting yajnas. Then Pituhu, which is Shashti Tatpurushaha, which is father's cow which is meant for doing yajnas. So that is why he gives the Vigraha Vakyam of Shashti Tatpurushaha, Dhenoho Vatsaha, and Tasya Haranad. Because of abducting Haranam, Dhatu Ryu. Haranam is clearly this neuter noun. We are talking earlier in the class today about how to form nouns from verbs. We mentioned about the 3.3 of Ashtadhyay. There we looked at the Adhikara Striyam Ktin. Now right below Striyam Ktin, I also mentioned that Panini starts the Napumsake Bhave, Taha Lyutcha. Lyut Pratya will take the Adesh of Yuvaranakau, you becomes Ana. I think I'm not going too fast, I hope. Ana Adesha by you becomes Ana is the Adesha. Then one more thing, by the way, all the Pratyaya Adesha, when the Pratyaya complete takes an Adesha, they are in the first part of the Saptamasya Adhyayasya, Prathamasya Padasya, Purva Bhage. Pratyaya Adesha Grijyante, Pratyaya Adesha Labhyante, Vartante. One more time. If you see a Pratyaya, like Ato Bhisa Ais, all these, Sarvanam Nasmai. So all these sutta which is Pratyaya Adesha, they will come beginning of 7.1. And the very first sutram, Tasmin Adhikare, Tasmin Prakarane, Pratham Sutram Vartate, Yuvaranaka Viti. Yu iti etasya ana adesha, vu iti etasya aka adesha, Yuvaranaka. we use that 711 along with this 3311 lyutcha, and of course the guna adesha, uran raparaha, and finally do the nattam to get the form haranam. Haranam means abducting, abducting. So harana, I'll just put the final form, haranam. So what we have used is, we have used the dhatu ru. In fact, maybe I'll put the dhatu, let me just put only one step over here. Let me put the dhatu ru over here. Harati comes in Gita many places. Ru plus the pratyaya lyut was used. Lyut was used to get haranam. Put the sutra numbers lyut. So lyutya sutram napumsake bhave. To make an abstract noun, abstract neuter noun, you get this. You can use the pratyaya lyut. And then after that, yuranakav, 711, you get the ana adesha. And you the guna adesha by sarva dhatuka ardha dhatuka yoho, 7384. Of course, use uran raparaha becomes har. So harana. And then of course use the atkupva nung javaye piha natam haranat. Now what does he say? He puts one more comment there, by the way. He puts one more comment, Malinasa puts. The comment that he puts is hetoho. Haranadhetoho. Of course, haranadhetoho. I hope all of you know the Sandhi rules by now, which is the jayoho anyatarasyam. This is haranad hetoho. Haranadhetoho. That hakara takes the purva savarna adesha. We won't go through detail because this has been done in the Saturday examples many times. So I just give the number. It's this kevaram smaranam kriyate. Smaranam, reminding you only. Smaranam, reminding you. So jayahonyatarasyam. If you have the jay letter, what is jay? Jay means from jabai up to kapai. So prathama, vitiya, titiya, chaturtha varnaha griyante. Jay pratyahare griyante. So in the Jay Pratyahara, you get the first column, second column, third column, fourth column of the Vargiya Varna now. So right now what do we have? We have Haranat Takaraha. Haranat Dhetoho. So Takara is a Jay. Now, so we use Jayo Nitarasyam. Now what does Hetoho mean? Again, we talked in the class today. We taught in the class about this Adhikara of 2.3, Vibhakti Vidhanam, and from 231 we started. Now there's sutram there called Hetav. It says that normally when you have to express a Hetu, Titiya is to be used. But then in below there, Panchami also can be used. Panchami also can be used in a special meaning. It can also be used optionally, Vibhasha Gunestayam. This sutram has some complications which we won't go in detail today, but basically simple meaning is that sometimes these conditions are not. It says astriyam, which is fine. We have haranad. This is not a stealing the pratipadikam. So astriyam is fine. So this gune may not be found all the time, but basically this panchami can be used vibhasha hetav. So it can be used. Tritiya can be used. Panchami, because when Malinartha says Hetoho, he's telling you that this Panchami is used in the Hetu Arthe. Means you have to come to 2.3 and there you have the Sutram Hetav. Yena Tritiya Vidhiyate Hetav. Panchami api bhavati vibhasha astriyam. So 2.3.25. So 2.3.25 Haranadhetoho. So 2.3.25. I told you this Karaka Prakaranam is a quite important Prakaranam which most people don't study. So don't study, but we should try to put some effort in that. 25. Okay, then what does he say after that? Haranadhetoho. Kartaviryascha. So he gives Hey Yaha card, which also Kartavirya, name of a king was from that region, Kartaviryaha. And one more. Kirtim, which we saw in the beginning of the class, apahartuhu, apahartum udyataha, udyuktaha twamcha. And you are also an enemy of mine. tulya paradha shatruhu, or the same kind of offense you committed. So Kartavirya took my father's cow, and you are now attempting to kind of take my fame away, to take away my fame. So kirtim apahartam, the same dhatu who Kalidas has used, because he wants to tell you about the tulya paradha, tulya paradhatvam. So he used harana over here and use ru hartum. So apahartum means to take away. Take away. Apa means take away. Apahartum udyataha. Apahartum is tumun has been used here. It is avyam. That is also kartaryarthe. Took the of kirtim. So one udyata. Udyataha. What's the dhatu here? The dhatu here when dhatu is what? That's right. Udyataha. Udyataha. What's the dhatu? Udyataha. Ud plus dhatu is yam. Dhatu is yam. 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 So udyataha dhatu is yam. Yam dhatu pratyakta. Udyataha. Udyataha. Now this is also is going to be used in the kartaryarthe. One more time, this is also kartaryarthe, because normally the pratyakta is only used bhava karmanoho. Sutram tayoreva krityakta khalathaha. Tayoreva krityakta khalathaha. So again, we are coming to this. We are coming to first of all 3467 said kartari krit. But then below that we have a Vishesha Sutram which says Bhava Karmanoho Eva Krityakta Khalarthaha. The potential participles, the Pratyakta and the Khal and its similar meaning Pratyas can be used only Bhava Karmanoho, which will make us stuck over here. Because Shri Ramaha Udyataha, he is bent on, he is intent on, ready to. But he is not this object, he is a subject, this kartarya. The Sutram 3472, very important Sutram. Gatyartha karma kashli shashing sthasa vasa jana ruha jiryati bhyascha. This tells that if the pratyakta is used with these certain dhatus and also with any dhatu in gatyartha or akarmaka, like we say, Ramaha vanam gataha. It's gatyarthe. That gataha can be used in the active. You can also say Ramena vanam gatam. Ityapi vaktum shakyate. Ramena vanam gatam. Ramaha vanam gataha. Rama has gone to the forest is gone to by Rama. Both are possible. You say akarmaka, of course, the karma is not possible. So udyam. Udyam is to strive, is to be ready, to be bent on. So this is also karmaka. Udyataha is going to be in the kartaryarthe. Kartaryarthe. So when we use this Sutram 32102, Nishtha, and then we also use 3472, make it kartaryarthe. You are bent on. Now, the last Sutram here is first of all dhatu yam is anit dhatu. The moment you have a pratyaya which is valadi, which is sanya of ardhadhatukam, always think about 7 to 35. Ardhadhatukasyed valadehe. Ardhadhatukasyed valadehe. Pratyaya which is valadi, sanya of ardhadhatukam, that can take the idagamaha. But the Nisheda Sutram is 7 to 10, which eka chupadeshanudattat in Nishedaha. Every dhatu, the default state will allow the idagamaha unless Nishedha is done. Unless Nishedha is done. And the main sutra for Nishedha is 7 to 10. Eka cha upadeshe anudattat. Eka cha upadeshe anudattat. That says in the dhatu partha, dhatu which is eka cha and which has the anudatta swaraha on its vowel, that will not allow idagamaha. Now, here what is done is, as we've seen a few times before, the listing of dhatus is done because those which are ending in a hal, in a consonant, most of them are set except for 100 odd dhatus, I think 103 or so of them. They're listed out here by the Bhashyakara Karaha, etc., which are going to be anitya. In that there are 4 dhatus, yamanamagama rama, which are manteshu, which are anitaha, anudattopadeshaha. So this dhatu yam, because 7 to 10, will not allow idagamaha. Then comes 6, 4, 37, which says anudatta upadesha vanati tanotyadina anunasika lopaha jalikiniti. One more time, anudatta upadesha, which we just saw, anudatta upadesha. This dhatu is anudatta swara on its volume in upadesha, dhatu pathya. Dhatu 1, vanati tanotyadinam. This sutra I told you many times before. When you do puja, akshatan samarpayami, when you say that, dhatu is kshan, dhatu is kshan. Kshan becomes kshata. Kshan is to injure. Kshata means injured. Akshata means not injured, unbroken rice. When you say akshatan samarpayami next time, you think of this sutram, anudattopadesha vanasitanotyadinam anunasika lopo jalikiniti. Anunasika lopaha. For this, we'll say anunasika lopaha, so I'll put that, you get the form yata. So udyata, udyata. Udyata means the meaning of this is to be bent on doing something, to be into yam is to kind of restrain. So, udyam is to restrain up, but it really means to strive, try to do something. So I'm going to put here the 7 to 10 is the in nishedha. Don't forget that step. Don't forget that step, because we do have valadipatya, which is sanya of ardhadhatukam. So udyataha, apahartum udyataha, udyuktaha. So what he did was, he took the udyam and made udyuj. So now expand the vocabulary now. Use the vocabulary that he's giving you. So udyuktaha is a more common word, udyataha. It also has the straightforward meaning. So udyam, in this case, is used as udyuj. Of course, udyuktaha is just chuhokuhu kharicha. It also is an dhatu. Same prakya there also. 7 to 10. So udyuktaha tamcha. So then he completes the meaning vatsaharanaya bharata shlokaha. In the matter of abducting the cow, the homadhenuhu, there is a shloka in the Mahabharatam, Bharati shlokaha. Pramattascha, pramattaha, so which is kartavirya pramattaha, intoxicated, haughty, arrogant. Pramattaha, cha ashramattasya, homadhenvaha, tato balat, jahara vatsam kroshantyaha, bhavanjacha, mahadruman. This shloka in Mahabharata is that kartavirya pramattaha cha ashramat rishehe parashuramasya pituhu ashramat tasya homadhenvaha vatsam jahara. This is of course like uvacha jahar dhatu. He abducted the cow from the ashramat. So tasya means in the context, tasya jamadagneha. So parashuramasya pituhu ashramat. Tataha means again from the context, then balat means forcefully. He forcefully abducted the calf of his hemadhenu. Then kroshantyaha dhenoho. Kroshanti. Krosh means screaming. So kroshantyaha is shashti, which you look at, that's why we use vibhakti in the language. This language, you think that, all adding vibhakti is a headache, right? In English, we don't do that. We just use, prepositions. We use ah, but see, this is what enables you to make this kind of shlokas. You see, homadhenvaha is back here. There is shashti ekavasanam, like nadyaha or dhenvaha, and of course anyanda, etc. You have been used over here. Dhenvaha, it's the word like dhenu actually ukaranta shabda. You get the optional in the sanya. Okay, let's bring some rule since I opened this topic here. Like mati versus matehe atva matyaha. Mati atva matya. So dhenu become dheno atva dhenvaha. What happens here is that the nadi sanya which is coming in the ustriyaksha nadi, nitirasvascha. Again, I'm not going to do details in this class, all done in Saturday class. Nitirasvascha, nadi sanya optionally. Nadi sanya pakshe, dhenvaha iti rupam jayate. Nadi sanya abhava pakshe, dhenoho. Ghee sanya bhavati. Shesho ghiya sakhi. The Nari sanya is not the ghee sanya. It will become dhenu. Like Guru will become like dhenoho. Nari sanya can become like dhenvaha. So here we had dhenoho back in the shlokaha. In the Mahabharatam you have dhenvaha. Because the Nitirasvascha iti Nari sanya vikalpaha. Okay? Hemo dhenvaha is Shashti ekvacham. Again, Shashti means Sambandha. Sambandha with Vatsam. Now, Kroshantyaha is a Shashti. It's put back here. But that can be connected back to Kroshantyaha Hema dhenvaha. That's why we can make this kind of verses. We can put a Shashti way afterwards over here. Which this Shashti can go nowhere. Cannot go anywhere except back here before Homa dhenvaha Kroshantyaha. So Kartavirya, he forcefully then abducted the calf of the Homadhenu, the cow which was for conducting homas, and who was screaming? She was screaming. And cha, look at the connector cha. It comes one word later than in English. Put the cha back here. Mahadruman is a kodvitiya dvivachanam like Raman. Mahadruman. Bhavanja. Dhatu bhanj means he shattered. Bhanj is to like kind of break. So he broke these big trees. So he not only abducted the calf of the Homadhenu who was screaming forcefully from the Rishi's ashram. He was pramattaha, he was intoxicated, he was arrogant, and he also broke these trees. So this is the shloka from Mahabharatam referred to by this shloka in the Raghuvamsham. So we can stop with this and just give some homework for next time for Hemaji. Let me just bring back the translation. You want to take this one quickly for us, Wayne? Do quickly for us one time. We did last time again. We'll do this time one more time. Let me do. I think Hemaji's mic may not be working. Oh no, we have Nagarajji here. Wait a minute. We have Nagaraj.
Yes. Namaste. Yes, I'm here.
Sorry. Kamyatam. Maya vismrutam.
No. I'm eager to do because I got my new
You got new
headphone.
mic. Okay. Nutanam yantram darshayati. The new device is being shown by Nagarajji. Okay. Okay. To me. What is to me? This one over here. Mama.
Mama.
To me. Then bearing. Okay. Your mic is clear. You have a very clear mic, by the way. Mic is very clear.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
It's a good mic. Send one to Wayne, by the way. send one mic to Wayne. You can use one mic like yours. Okay. Mama, bibhrataha.
With the holding.
So bearing, holding.
Bearing, holding.
A missile. What is missile?
Astram.
Astram. Unimpeded.
Akuntitam.
Even.
Api.
Api is even. In the mountain of Krauncha, that is supplied there. In the mountain is? Achale. Achale in the mountain. There are, you have to supply, that says, Varte, you supply these two. So, two is what? Two is?
Dvav.
But even without Dvav, Ripu can only be two. So, Dvav could be Avaktum Shakyate. So, even without Dvav, Ripu can only be dual. So, but this is it's okay. Dvav. Enemy is?
Ripu.
Of equal offense.
Samagasau.
So, samam agaha, aparadha, yayoho tau. The one is, so ekaha is probably not there, is the, okay, let me get, I'm sorry, just go to the next page for you, 1 second. Next page, okay, next page for you, okay, next page, the king of the Hariheyas, what is that one?
Haihaya.
Is there a typo here, by the way? I thought it is Haiheyaha. I'm sorry. Is there a typo in this book? I thought it was Haiheyaha.
Here too it is hi in my copy.
It's Hayhaya, is it? There might be a part of it, maybe. Let me just check 1 second. Oh, Hayhayaha. Okay, then maybe, I'm sorry, maybe it's my mistake then, because I thought, didn't I put, let me see 1 second, okay? Because I thought we put Hayhayaha in octave from, it was, oh no, sorry, no, it's my mistake, okay. It was Hayhayaha, okay. Hayhayaha, okay, not Hayhayaha, but Hayhayaha. It's a proper name, but Hayhayaha. To correct that, it's Hayhayaha. Okay, king of Hayhayas, on account of, that's the Panchami. Hetoho Panchami.
In Aptes, he does say Hayhayaha.
No, see here, when I got Hayhayaha. Oh, the next one, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go to the next entry.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Hayhayaha, okay, thank you. So Hayhayaha.
Because Hayheya would become a Tadita, right?
Yes. Hayheyaha. Hayheyaha is formed from this Hayhayaha.
Hayheya, right.
Yes, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, now, but then in the Shlokaha, how do you have Hayhayaha then when?
Yeah, so I think the Shloka seems to be typo.
In my other book also I have Hayhayaha only. So.
Oh, I see. Because if the country is Hayhaya, then it seems to make sense that he is Hayhaya.
It's called Upacharat, because you can use the same term when to refer to the king also.
Oh.
So there's sometimes, I think what has happened here is that rather than making a Tadita, you could make Hayheya also.
Oh, sorry.
Here,
the same Hayhaya, meaning number 2 is name of Kartavirya.
Yes.
Okay.
So the same Hayhaya, they both are there. Hayheya is there. Hayhaya also is there. The meaning of the also can be. Okay, thank you. On account of is a Panchami. Is having carried. What's the character?
Haranat.
Haranat is having carried. Yeah. The calf is the
Dhenu Vatsa.
Vatsa is the calf, and of to my father's sacred, the cow is the henu.
And
look at in the bracket, she follows the commentary, by the way. Because see what the commentary says, Pitru Homa Dhenoho. The bracket, my father's sacred cow. So he follows the commentary very closely. This is a good translation. Even look at what is on account of. The commentary said Hetoho. On account of, he says. So always use the Tikakaraha to make the proper translation. So we have to give the Sammana of the Tikakara has to be done. Okay. So and is cha. The other is understood. Yourself is tvam. Ready is udyataha. To deprive.
Apartum.
Of my fame is taken the kirtim.
Kirtim apartum.
Okay. Thank you, Naga. Your mic is working very well. So, okay, now next one, homework. Let's see if Hemaji is there mic. Okay, let's see. Hemaji, you there? Can give you homework, give to all of them. Kshatriyanta Karano.
I'm here, Satyajit.
Kshatriyanta Karano Pi Vikramastena Mamavati Najite Tvayi Pavakasya Mahima Ganyate Kakshavajalati Sagare Piyaha Kshatriyanta Karano Pi Vikramastena Mamavati Najite Pavakasya Mahima Ganyate Kakshavajalati Sagare Piyaha. Vyakaranam here, okay. Now, if you look at the comments, let me give Hemaji one or two things, and then we stop with that one. Let me look at this one. Let me give you the next one, which is requires this next commentary. It says Tena is gives Karanena Kriyate. Now this one I want to do for this one. I just find system for this one. Kriyate Yena Asau Karana. So Pratyaya Liu is used to make a masculine form, not a neuter form. Okay, I'll keep you on mute, Hemaji. I'll give you the homework. But so I want you to find by which sutra Pratyaya Liu has been with Karanaha. He has made a masculine form over here, not a neuter form. Karanam will be neuter form. He is used in, look under Sutram Lyutcha. Look under that Sutram, it's in 3.3, and see if you can find a Sutram where we can use the Pratyaya Lyu in the Karanarthe, and that does not have to be neuter. Okay, so that's one homework for you. You'll find quite easily, you'll find it there under the Sutram Lyutcha. That's one homework. Second thing he has given homework right here is Sutram 51116. The word vati, pratyaya vati is used. Normally it is used as kriya visheshanam. It says brahmanavad acharati. He acts, he behaves like a brahmana. The brahmanavat yatha brahmana acharati tatha ayamapi acharati. So this is brahmanavat will be, brahmana will not be in saptami. It's kriya visheshanam. So which is 5111. So anyway, next time look at Sutram 51116 is slightly special. The normal vati which you use the prior Sutram, I think 51115. So for homework, look at 51116. What does Sutram mean? Okay. Last one, easy homework, is the word mahima. So the Pradipakam mahiman, derived mahima from mahiman. So, mahiman. And then, okay, one more. In fact, that one was easy. That's like Rajan Shabda. Don't take that. That's like Rajan Shabda. Mahiman like Rajan becomes Mahima. But take the Sutram in 2.3. Find me a Sutram for the Sati Saptami. Tvai Ajite Sati. So, Sati Saptami. In 2.3, section on Saptami, there are only a few sutras there. Find the Sutram which gives Sati Saptam. Okay, let's stop with that. So again, use the Sati Saptami Sutram for me. Find Sutram where the Lyut is used to make a masculine form in Karanarthe. And look at the Sutram 5111. Mulinath has given that to you. See how that differs from the other rule which should be the prior rule to that. Okay. So Mangalacharanam. Ramo Rajamanistada Vijayate Ramam Ramesham Bhaje Ramena Vyata Nishachara Chamu Ramaya Tasmai Namaha Rama Nasti Parayanam Parataram Ramascha Dasosmyaham Rame Chittale Sada Bhautame Phora Mama Muddhara Rama Rameti Rameti Rame Rame Kanu Rame Sahasranamadastulyam Rama Nama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Unnamaiti. So next time for you